record here going into this match, and he's wrestling for Linmar. He had a real close match with the Russell McDonough from Des Moines Lincoln, and he's going against Joey Slaton that
for the third time.
Yep, they've
wrestled. A rematch of the districts,
right? And I think Borschel's won
two out of the three. And here we go. That's Cedar Rapids Kennedy in the green and yellow there, and gold, and Linmar in the black and red. And Linmar wrestler Borschel versus Slaton from Cedar Rapids Kennedy. Well, here's the other matchups in 1A, Tony Hager and Dan Davila, and from Ogden and Underwood. And in AA, Tyler Bjustrom from Algona, Justin Brown from Centerville.
Cedar Rapids Kennedy's been coming on the last few years. The program's in real good shape, and now you see a single leg attempt by Slaton. Kind of moved off the leg. He's trying to limp his arm out of there, and basically he's doing a good job of Borschel's just doing a good job of holding on to that wrist, preventing Slaton from finishing the technique. But he's got to try to. Oh, they look very close to maybe getting out of there, but the referee thought that Slaton had enough opportunity to finish the single leg takedown, and so he stopped it for a stalemate.
Both these wrestlers coached by former high school wrestlers in the state of Iowa, former University of Iowa wrestlers. Doug Stryker was a two-time state champion for when he was in high school, and an All-American at University of Illinois. Kennedy's coached by Dennis Heenig, who was also wrestled in high school here in the state and wrestled at the University of Iowa.
Well, Cedar Rapids Kennedy has a lot of good, tough lightweights. The Mueller boy ended up placing in this tournament, who was 112-pounder. So Slaton's got a lot of good workout partners. And Borschel is from Linmar. They've had an excellent performance here in this, actually from Marion and Linmar, and they had an excellent performance at this tournament here. Really coming on.
Two freshmen out on the mat for the state championship, Borschel and Slaton.
Remember the size of these guys. You know, it's hard to believe, you know, you look at the 103-pounders, you know, we're going to get to the 215-pounders. It's hard to believe they're all the same age.
I was noticing that these two started awful young. Borschel started in kindergarten, and Slaton started at 4 years of age.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot of experience here. Slaton was a cadet freestyle champion in the state, and you know some got wrestling really early. It's not really a great indicator of success, but it also helps if you're dedicated to it. So,
nearing the end of the first period in the 1A, Davila leading 5-2 over Hager.
No warnings. Eddie.
And 4-0 lead for Bjustrom from Algona over Brown from Centerville with 10 seconds left in the first period in the 2A match.
And Slaton takes the top position here on our 3A mat. He's getting a little bit high and off to the side. It's really low, so he's got to scramble here. He's doing a good job of holding on to that wrist. You see that that wrist is locked up. Then he just let go of it here. He's going to give up a reversal and back points here, so that's a big move.
Well, and I made a mistake there. It's Brown over Bjustrom, 4-0.
Jay Borschel just putting it on him here. He caught Slaton off to the side. Slaton do a good job of fighting off of his back here, but it's awful tight. He's got that right arm trap. You see the right hand on Borschel's left thigh there, really making it tough for him to be able to clear his arm out. There's the fall. Wow. State championship.
State championship for Jay Borschel with a big fall in the second period at 1:05.
Just like that.
2 minutes and 55 seconds. That's what it took him to win a state championship over Joey Slaton, Cedar Rapids Kennedy.
There's 2 ways there.
I have a feeling they'll be seeing each other along the way over the next few years. Now we're going to go to, here's the replay, Jim.
And he just settled back, and you can see that there wasn't enough to support his back there, and so he gave up the fall. Really put the pressure on.
There, boy, we've got something going. There's another fall.
Wow.
For the Underwood.
Dan Davila.
Fall goes to 43-1, wins the state championship with a fall over Hager from Ogden with only 54 seconds left in the second period. That's 3 minutes and 6 seconds. It took him to win a state championship. we know what match we're going to now. We're going to 2A. Between Brown from Centerville and Bjustrom, it becomes our feature match, just like we talked, Jim. When the others finish early, we'll show you every match.
Get a chance to see them all.
Iowa Public Television, the 31st year and our final broadcasting year, and we have been showing you every match. 42, we promise it. We're bringing it home to you in your home, every one of them in the state of Iowa.
Well, Tyler Bjustrom from Algona here in the red singlet here attempting a headlock, but Brown just ducks under it. Gets 2 points, so he's really been kind of dominant in that position, or dominant in the match so far with an 8-1 lead. Working really hard from the top position, and he's there. He's looking through the what we call the ball and chain right there, where he has the wrist tied up through the crotch. Let go of that, working into what we call chicken wing. Working real hard. Bjustrom is an athlete's in real good shape. I mean, he has a lot of come from behind wins here, tight matches in this tournament. So going into the third period.
Going into the third period, you're right. It's 8-1 in favor of Brown from Centerville over Bjustrom from Algona. Brown has 6 losses on the year, Jim, and Bjustrom 35-1 coming into the final. But Brown is having it his way.
Really is. I didn't get to see the early parts of the match, but. Boy, Brown just looks like a real physical 103-pounder.
And look at the way they came up to this. Bjustrom comes through with no close matches, 2 falls, and Brown comes into the finals in an overtime win.
Wow. Now he's got a good, strong half Nelson working up around the head. He's going to get at least 2 points.
2 points back. That makes the score 10-1. A minute 40 left in the third and final period. Brown, as we said, he got into the finals with an overtime victory over Skylar Smith from Mount Vernon. And he's really having his way against Tyler Bjustrom from Algona, 10-1, as we approach a minute 25 left in the match.
Well, I mentioned this before, but look at I think this Brown is one of the stronger 103-pounders I've seen. He's got some guns on him here. It's a definition. He's a really well-built wrestler there. Bjustrom's going to have his hands full here getting back into this match with 1:17 left in the third.
Out of Bjustrom's 35 wins, he has 24 pins. Sophomore from Algona. Got a hill to climb here. He's behind 10-1, and he's on the bottom with a minute left.
Bjustrom from a family of wrestlers. His dad wrestled at Algona, and his mother was a golfer at Iowa State when I was there. And some of you may remember Dana Kane, who was the Iowa Masters champion several years in a row. There's a nice roll attempt by Bjustrom. But Dana's sister, Dawn, is Mrs. Dawn Bjustrom. Nice job of parallel riding there. Like I said, I'm sure that when Brown grabs something here, he has a hold of it. He doesn't let go of it. He's just doing this basic stay behind the hips type ride. Comes into what we call a Navy ride in there. His left arm coming up through the legs. He's got the legs split. Doesn't like that position, so he moves off it. Good job of just good solid riding here.
All 103-pounders have left no doubt. 2 falls at 2A or 1A and 3A, and now a 10-1 major decision for Brown, the state champion for 2A 103. Justin Brown from Centerville wins it over Tyler Bjustrom from Algona.
Well, that's a great performance by both those wrestlers just getting to this point. And a great finals, dominant performance, 10-1 by Justin Brown.
Well, we're getting ready for 112 now. Let's go to Dean.
Well, senior Dan Davila, as you saw the final seconds there, what closed his career as a wrestler. He's a senior from Underwood. He is the champion at 103 pounds in single A. He had pinned Tony Hager of Ogden earlier this year, and he did it again with 52 seconds left in the second period. Arm behind the back, flipped him over, and that was it. So the champion, Dan Davila, at 103 pounds. Tim?
Thank you, Dean. Big fall, big state championship, and now we're at 1.
Presenting the Class 1A 103-pound awards, Coach Matt Dyer of Underwood. Sixth place, Shannon Schultz, St. Ansgar. Fifth place, Guy Gerloff, Dyke, New Hartford. Fourth place, Derek Ball, Columbus Junction. Third place, Andy Roush, Wilton. Runner-up, Tony Hagen, Ogden. And the 103-pound 1A champion from Underwood, Dan Davila. Presenting the Class 2A 103-pound awards, Coach Mike Halupnik of Centerville. Sixth place, Laramie Schaefer, Winterset. Fifth place, Tom Michaels, Osage. Fourth place, Skylar Smith, Mount Vernon. Third place, Dane Ryder, Hudson. Runner-up, Tyler Bjustrom, Algona. And the Class 2A 103-pound champion from Centerville, Justin Brown.
Joe.
Coach Doug Stryker of Linn-Mar Marion. Sixth place, Jeff Miller, Sioux City East. Fifth place, Chris Johnson, Waukee. Fourth place, Brady Graham, Oskaloosa. Third place, Brandon McDonough, Des Moines, Lincoln. Runner-up, Joy Slaton, Cedar Rapids, Kennedy. And the Class 3A 103-pound champion from Linn-Mar Marion, Jay Borschel.
Let's go back to Dean Borg with Mac Ryder.
You bet. Here's that three-time state champion from Gilbertville down by